Hey everyone, welcome back to, I believe, episode 5 of Scrap Mechanic Survival. I've mainly just been sitting here letting this craftbot make gas and bubble block, as well as collecting a lot of component kits, so we should be able to max upgrade our boat so that we can actually use it more efficiently. I also collected some resources so that we can make a chest to go on our boat to make it more useful for looting. So we can make a large chest or a small chest. I'm gonna make a small chest for now, because just because it costs. Even though I think the large chest actually, I think the large chest is just cheap, more expensive all around. It's just useful for the ports. So let's go ahead and go out here and get our boat, just like we left it. We can fill up on gas. Yep. And we should be able to upgrade you guys. Can we get to max? We can get to max. I don't know if we want it at max thrust. That's gonna be too much. That works well. Okay. Let's get to the land here. And let's go ahead and get those haybot arms. While I was off camera, a topbot just wandered in here and started trying to eat the refinery and destroyed a collector. So that was annoying, but luckily we had plenty of metal from doing all the raiding. But it's kind of annoying to waste more metal on stuff we already had. All right. Will that visual bug go away? It did. Will this boat fix itself? Probably not. It's just 3 arms. Probably would have been just more worth it just to refine them on the boat at this point, but it's alright. We didn't have to do it. That's what's important. There we go. That's working. Now we were thinking about adding bubble block. Really, this third stack here is kind of useless. It's like all that oil basically just made 2 stacks of bubble block. Made 3 stacks, but we're not going to really need that 3rd stack. So I want to be able to, I don't even know if I should, if this is a mistake. That should increase the floatiness. Get the tomatoes. Also, I got blueberry seeds and a legendary garment box from a gold chest, so that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and plant our tomatoes. Now I think that means our boat is ready. We should probably stock up on resources like gasoline and get that chest on there, which I think the chest will probably be used mostly just for holding extra gas, but it should also help. There we go. We also have a little bit of component kits to spare. Plenty of circuit boards, but I'm sure once we get into automation and have to run piping networks, I'm sure that will be used up really quickly. But we are not there yet. So what do we want to do? We want to put this chest on here. Do we want this chest in the front just to weigh it down? That weighed it down way more than I think it should have, but luckily putting items in there won't. Still don't think it could hold a craft pot. But I also kind of like the idea of encasing the craft pot in bubble wrap. I think we're gonna, what our goal in this video is going to be is, I think, finding a good place to build our base, because we're not going to stay at the mechanic station. So I think in today's video we'll do some scouting, maybe a little bit of raiding some structures on the coast, just to see how that goes, because we were trying to do that last time and it didn't work because the building wasn't respawned yet. And there's no real reason why I'm putting this coating around the outside. It's just a pure visual thing. I think it looks less like a floating block of bubble wrap. In all honesty, building boats out of bubble wrap is not great in this game. You want to build it out of wood 3, but the bubble wrap is infinite cheap, where I can just have to get oil and it crafts it. Let's go ahead. I got this light here. I figured put on there to light up the nothing. Let's test out the boat. See how much gas we use. So what are we at? Let's go ahead and fill up to max. So we have max gas. So let's do a loop around the island here and see how much gas we use. And boat's floating pretty well. It's floating down a bit, which is not good. Oh, but now it's not, so maybe it's fine. Maybe it's perfectly balanced. Let's go ahead and get that chest over there, actually. Still very slow, still very slow. Maybe there is some advantage in removing that bottom layer. Maybe that's just making it too slow because it's now too heavy, so I might remove that here in a second. Component kit, pretty sweet. Opened up one of these green chests that dropped 3 component kits, which is always lovely to see. And I'll take a garden box. Yeah, so I'm going to remove the bottom layer because I think that's just, though I think it's useful for transporting resources, I think it's just making it heavier. So let's go ahead and make our way back. We haven't checked the gas yet. We'll wait till we get all the way back and see how much gas it took to do like the loop. So, you know, well, at least 20, which is really not great that it took 20 gas to do that. And the thing is, I don't really see a way to make this more efficient. We have max level thrusters, so let's see. They're at max, and I used 26 gas, that was, which is not great, but I think it should be good that we can try and take this boat out to the sea. If we get stranded, we get stranded. Yeah. If we get stranded, we get stranded. I have a good feeling we're going to get stranded. I think we have enough resources. The shakes, the sun shakes. Yeah, it's pretty cool. We don't have a car yet, but we have a boat already. It took what, 5 episodes, or I guess 4 episodes to do it. But you know, that's just kind of how it will go. So let's go ahead and see. There is an island, I believe, to the left, and let's see if we can set sail and see how far we can make it. The way I see that is we're going to go as far until we're out of fuel. Then we're going to refuel, and that'll be our return trip. So we can go as far until we run out of fuel in that tank, and then we can take the spare fuel and make our way home. So we're going to bank to the left here. We could go straight out. I don't know what's on there. I mean, I'm still looking for a place to build a base, and I know there's some islands that can be pretty far out. These just look like rocks here. Pretty cool to build like lighthouses and whatnot around the place. It's like some green stuff on the rocks there. Let's go ahead and take a stop at this rock, see what this rock looks like. So this is a part of the game I've never really experienced. It's like I'm playing Sea of Thieves or Raft. More fitting is Raft. So I don't believe anyone really explores these tiles here, and it's like a little reef. I think that's just some rocks over there as well. Okay, take a look. That's an island over there. That's where we're gonna head. But I feel like we're use so much fuel just so quickly. I don't really know what the border of the map looks like. I've never actually been out that far. Yeah, this is super cool. I feel like having like a base here. Like you have a submarine come in, and like that's where your submarine stays. Unfortunately, submarines are like impossible to build in this game. At least submarines that work well. At least I haven't been able to do it. I feel like I also don't use this as dimension glitches or anything, so maybe that's why I can't get it to work. I tried building one with like gyroscopes and whatnot, and it's just a nightmare. I think this is the exact same model as the other island. Yeah, it is. That's a little disappointing. Hope that's not going to be the trend of this series, is all the islands the same. I know there are some cool islands. I think there's an island with a crashed ship on it. If you guys haven't seen that, I feel like they're unlikely. I'm surprised I've seen it before because I don't really do the ocean that much, but there's an island all the way out there. Okay, I think it's just rocks. But yeah, there's a crashed shipped island. I think there's a burned forest island. I don't know if it's certain to spawn. I imagine it is. like, you know, the trader and the packing stations. I don't know if this is an island or not. This feels like just a peninsula, maybe? It is certainly quicker to travel here than walking here. No, I think this is an island. I think it is surrounded by water, and I don't want the island base that I want. I don't want it to be one with a structure on it like this. Ooh, this is a burned forest one. Okay, unless this is just mainlanding. Very well, maybe just a peninsula or whatnot. We'll explore. We'll take a look at this island. Yep, there's our boat. Stay here. How much fuel have we used? About 3/5. That's okay. That's pretty good actually, because it's 3/5 of half a tank, right? So plus a bit extra for like emergency. So we're definitely gonna need some sort of. We're gonna need some sort of fuel. I feel like we need to build a lot of boats. There's two ways you can do this. You build one boat that just transports, you know, various vehicles. We could build a boat that, you know, that's an idea. Building a boat that hauls, like, kind of like a car hauling trailers. We have a boat haul, like a barge kind of thing, haul a bunch of like smaller boat platforms. Okay, where is that arm? Where does arm go? There's supposed to be a robot arm, but his arm just disappeared. I don't know if they chopped it up or whatnot. But the strategy is you're supposed to hit the arms back into them once you kill one. Damn, miss, come on. This has not been successful as I'd like it to be. What? They just... The arm, where the arm just fly off into space? Where'd it go? There are 4 haybots. There should be 4 arms. I have no idea where that one went. Where'd it go? I feel like I've been robbed. Been lied to. Back to it, I guess. Some fuel for the boat is always good. Some component kits. And now here's the thing, is on this high seas, we're gonna use a lot of fuel quickly, so like it would, if it wasn't for the fact that we have infinite fuel with the oil ponds, this like whole series wouldn't work. It would be way, or it'd be just a lot of off-camera work, because I don't think anyone actually collects oil from the ocean now. If at least any sane person doesn't anymore, because it just getting a pump in a chest is just the biggest worthwhile investment in this game now, because it gets you chemicals, water, it's just everything, and oil, gas, bubble block. The amount of resources that just a pump unlocks in this game is kind of crazy. Ooh, there's an island all the way out there, and that's a proper... Yeah, this is an island. There's an island there, so yeah, this is 100% a pretty cool little island here. And the thing with this island is it's far enough from the ocean that you probably just wouldn't come here, right? Maybe you'd go to that one, but probably not. You'd never go to that one in just like a regular series without, you know, some sort of flyer or boat, right? Which are both kind of considered late game things, which I think boats shouldn't be late game. I think that whole idea of a boat being late game, I think is kind of lame. I think more boats should be built in Scrap Mechanic. I think part of the reason why we don't build boats is because experience building cars and flyers have been in the game for forever, right? Where boats just came out when survival came out, so not many people are that experienced with building boats. I think I've built a few boats in my time now. Some pretty good ones and some pretty bad ones. But it takes a lot of work, a lot of fine-tuning to get a boat to work. I think that's the biggest problem with this game. Did it use 4 or 6 fuel just sitting at the dock, or... That's a scary one. I don't know if does it use fuel just sitting? I feel like we had 40 fuel when it came back, and I just added 6 fuel, and we're still at 40 fuel. So I think what that means is you should empty your fuel out. Oh, that's annoying. So I guess we'll leave like 1 fuel in there. Put the rest just on the ground because we can do that because we have enough buoyancy. We'll see if it just uses that fuel just sitting here. Well, let's go ahead and get this. We probably should make a bed at some point so that we're not... If we die, it's gonna really suck to get back here. Like, it already sucks walking across the land, let alone swimming. But yeah, this is a cool little island here. Pretty easy to get lost out here, especially because all the islands kind of look similar. So you need some system of navigating. Can't really look to the stars. We can look to the sun. And that's not something I've ever explored with in the scrap mechanic engineering sense. Is maybe, can you build a compass in this game? Like, of course you can't have it like be attracted to like a magnetic pole, but the way, I guess with a stabilizer, maybe you could make some sort of compass that always points in one direction, or you can make use gravity to make, give you like a level, but can you make a compass always point? I have to think about that. I don't know if anyone knows how you would do that, but that could be a cool concept. Ooh, let's grab some fuel. It's kind of cool just doing a structure and walking out just seeing vast nothingness. There we go. Is that? I thought that was a gold chest. It just looked yellow, but this is a gold chest. And we get... That is a pretty lame chest. I guess the soil is good. Oh, an engine. The cool thing about these structures is if you jump, you probably can land in the, oh my lord, that's 70 damage. I think drinking sunshake gives you health back. It does, yeah. I don't know if any other fruits do that, or vegetables. I don't believe beets give you health back when you eat them, do they? No, they maybe a little bit, or that was just, I think that was just naturally regen, but the actual sunshakes give you health back, so I never knew that. And the milk I don't believe does. Let's see, did it use our fuel? It didn't use the fuel. And look, we got tons of fuel. More fuel now, so we're actually benefiting from fuel. So there's an island out here. I don't know if this is anything on this island. Still looking for a base. I've thought about building a base inside a structure, like repairing it up. I don't know if that's a good idea. I feel like that's how you have Haybot, destroy all this stuff. There's another structure out here. A lot of rocks. A lot of rocks. So this is where we need like a warehouse on an island. That'd be cool. Maybe some palm trees. You have like an island with some palm trees. It'd be so cool. I don't think I have enough fuel to keep going. So we're gonna go and take a look at this guy here, and we'll go through the channel that's over there. On the way back, get that last structure, and then we'll probably head back to the mechanic station, and we'll call it there, and I'll probably off camera I'm gonna get some more fuel. Probably get just a ton of fuel in the next episode. We're just gonna do another explore, and we're gonna explore probably around the whole map maybe. Probably make a few more of these chests then, so we can actually find our base location. So this is pretty close, so we could easily not need a vehicle for this, right? We could easily just pull right up there on the coast and walk in. So that's probably a warehouse. It's only a 2-story, so we won't make it that far. Let's pull up right here. Oh lord. Do you see that? The freaking Haybot arm flew all the way to that island. Just in the middle of the ocean and made a little splash. Guess that's probably what happened to our old Haybot arm. So yeah, you can see when you hit the Haybot arms into them, they can get the velocity to deal a lot of damage. But also you risk just losing your Haybot arm, which is not ideal what you want. So this is the, yeah, so is this an island as well? Or is this just, no, this is just a, so we gotta go around. No, probably not gonna build, like I wanna build ports and docks and stuff all around the map. We'll probably only do that once we get a sawmill going. Here to glow bug. Let's drift in. Perfecto. Perfect. We'll go ahead and take the boat onto land so it doesn't drift away. Not that I think it will, but I think that's where we're going to call it for this episode. Last episode was shorter. This episode's longer. Next episode, I'm going to go get some, or between episodes and get fuel. And look at that, we got 20 component kits from that. So that's very viable as a way to get resources. Like I said, next episode, we're going to get some gas, or we're going to get gas between episodes. And we're going to go exploring a lot more, find an actual good place to build a base. And I know there are islands. I know there are islands that are good base locations. We didn't find any today, but we will find them. So that's where it's going to be. Hopefully I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.